Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. There we go. Hope you guys feel fired up for this one. Today we have quite a few on our bingo card here. One of them is we have new codes. So we're going to be checking out those codes. I think it's 2 or 3 new codes. We're going to be checking those out in a second. And we're going to talk about all of the classes and what they actually really do. I'm going to tell you their stats and the percentages. Basically, I'm explaining to you what every single one of these classes do. But before that, we're going to go all the way down here because we will be using the new codes. There's also another thing that somebody messaged me about, which is actually quite interesting. I have 2 things that people messaged me about, but one of them I'm going to talk in the other video for. But people say you don't need to put more than 50 agility in there for, for max speed. There's no difference between 50 and 100, which would mean I would be wasting another 50 of my stats, so I will be definitely digging into that in this video, maybe a little later. But here we go. If you don't know, down here, this is where you can put in the codes, and I'm gonna give you the new codes. So one of them is Love to Brazil in capital letters, so Love to Brazil. There we go, and let's use that. There we go, we got ourselves some gems as well, very nice. Then the next one is To the Moon, which looks like this one, and we have another 200 gems here. They're a little greedy with them, I might say. I think we could have like 500 gems, right? But it is what it is. And the other one is, the last one that I know of, is this one, 35k, oh no, there we go, 35k CCU, thanks, 33, and we're gonna use that, and we got ourselves some more Gemmaroonies as well. I want to go into the inventory and see if we actually got ourselves some more scrolls, or if we're lucky or not. Let's see, do we get any? We don't. Oh, well, oh no, we do. Here, there we go. Mythic Scrolls. We got 10 now again. That's nice. That's really, really good. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Let's talk about the classes. Let's talk about why every class is, good in what way. And I'm just gonna chill here. Gonna open up my Stataroonies. We're gonna go into the class, and we're gonna start off with the Knight. And I'm gonna explain to you how good the Knight is and what it does. So, let's start with the Knight. So the Knight does 10% M1 damage, so that's pretty good as well if you're using melee. It gives you also 10% health and also 10% magic damage. So this is a good all-arounder one. If you don't have any class at all and you have like this one class reroll, I think in the codes was another class reroll in it as well somewhere. So because I had 6 before, now I have 7. Just get the Knight. It's better than having no class at all. So yeah, that's basically the best way to put it. In the Epic, we have the Elf. And the Elf gives you 25% magic damage. So if you have the Elf, and that's it, right? There's nothing more to it. So if you have the Elf, you want to use your abilities instead of using melee, so don't be using any of that stuff. Now let's go to the Summoner, which is actually a little bit more interesting. The entire Epic roster here is just for magic damage, by the way. This is not for melee. The Summoner gives you 20% health and 20% magic damage. So you can choose between either a little bit more damage and no health boosts at all, but I think the Summoner is better because you will basically just sacrifice 5% of magic damage, but you're therefore going to get 20% health. So if I had to choose between these two, I would go for the Summoner, okay? Now we go to the Legendary, where it's going to become a little bit more interesting. The Mage is going to give you 40% more magic damage, which is actually really, really good. So if you're thinking about doing some, I mean, I told you this in the later previous videos as well, like if you do magic damage, then yeah, or ability damage, so to speak. If you want to use your abilities, go and use the Mage. Now let's talk about the Tank, my favorite class in the game right now. It's actually going to give you 40% health, which is already quite significant, and 20% M1 damage. That's mouse 1, so left click, which is very good for melee. And then, of course, we have the Assassin, which is going to give you 20% mouse 1 damage, which is also the stuff that Legendary would give you. It will give you 20% magic damage and 20% health. So for me personally, I actually think now that the Tank is better than the Assassin. The Assassin needs a boost. Honestly, why does the Assassin have 20% magic damage? Why is it like such a hybrid thing to do? Like, just give us 2 and give each of them 40%. Either magic damage or M1 damage. I mean, right? But yeah, I think right now, honestly, the best, and I'm going to title this the way as well, the best class in the game, I would say, is the Tank. And I'm so happy that I got the Tank, because it also I mean, 40% health is kind of crazy, and 20% M1 damage, that's insane. There's no other 40% health pool in the entire class roster here, so that's really good. Yeah, and that's basically about it, ladies and gents. This is a little bit of a shorter video. Let's actually put the agility to the test. So, I'm gonna do a racing track. Let's see from... Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go from here down, and I'm gonna try it. So, let's see, what stats do I have right now? Okay, so let's go and reset. And we're gonna start off with 50. Okay, let's put 50 in agility here. And we're gonna start off. And do I have like a... Let's find a countdown. Okay, we get a countdown here. Let's do... Okay, from 0. I will have to press this and click into the... Okay, so we're gonna start testing that theory with the agility, okay? We have 50 agility right now. And... Whoa. And I'm gonna run now. And it's gonna take us 3.47 seconds with 50 in it. Okay. Interesting. 3.4 seconds with 50. Let's just round up 350. 3.5. 3.5. That's what we're gonna round up to. Just for now. It doesn't have to be too detailed. Just judging by adding another 50, we should be actually faster than, you know, 3.50. So, I'm gonna reset the clock, and we're gonna do it again, and... Oh, damn, I started too bad. That was a bad start. That was a bad start, wait. Okay, there we go. Oh, 2.9. 2.9. The theory is not true. We are faster when we put in 100. So, 2.9 versus 3.5 by adding another 50 is quite significant. Yeah, so there's the theory. The myth has been broken and the curse has been lifted. Let's go with 400, and the rest is gonna go into defense here. Yeah, curse has been lifted. Theory has been disproven that 100 speed, 100 agility is gonna make you faster than 50. And that is actually quite significant. Like, if it would have been like 0.3 or 0.2 or 0.1 difference, I would be like, yeah, maybe it is not good enough to waste 50 points into this, but that's like 2.9 to 3.5. That is quite significant. So, yeah, that's what I will do. I will keep the 100 into agility. It makes sense. It's really good for clearing speed as well. Some people also commented on my video about the Divine Blade that they say it's absolutely OP. Still, I think the dual daggers is better just because you can one-shot everything, and if you have a lot of speed slotted into this, you can like one-shot, move to the next, dash to the next, one-shot, 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 and then you can use one of the barrage skills or whatever with any other mythic weapon. But honestly, I really think that the meta is here, and the meta is swords. It is melee, just because you just one-shot everything. Now, there's another theory that somebody messaged me yesterday, and I will talk about this in my other video, that the jungle is gonna give us much more EXP in Mastery instead of using the beach, as I mentioned before. So, we're gonna test this theory in another video. But for this one, for now, I hope... look, if I helped you just a little tiny bit, come on, you gotta help me out here as well. Please, 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 give us a nice like, a subscribe, maybe even a comment, because that stuff boosts the algorithm. It really helps me progress on this journey. I mean, you can see I've done 1,500 videos. I've made so many videos in my journey in my past. It's unreal. And I still haven't had my breakthrough that I'm really hoping for. So you can really help me out with that, because I'm really so passionate about these videos. Anyways, enough with the bagging, enough with a subscriber talk. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.